Welcome back. It's Monday morning. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys enjoyed the beautiful weather this weekend. I hope you watched the graduating class of 2020, the party that was given by LeBron James, the celebration by Obama was presenting. It was a nice weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to jump in. I hope you guys completed the midterm. Make sure that that's fully submitted so that we can get that back to you and hopefully count it as a positive grade for your T2 semester. It can only help you, so don't worry about it either way. It is good for you. One thing I want to emphasize with you, it is important for all of us in these times that we're in right now. Whatever work you are doing is for you, not for anyone else. Do it for you to improve yourself. Doesn't matter who's holding you accountable for what, there is always something in anything that you're studying or observing or experiencing that you can learn from. Always remember that. Take that with you. Today, we're going to jump into the lesson, straightforward and direct. Scholars will be able to describe how the boys exaggerated the circumstances. What circumstances are those? We just finished chapter 5. We're now going into chapter 6. Scholars will be able to write about how fear is affecting the boys on the island. Scholars will be able to show what Sam and Eric saw and how it affected the other boys. You're going to do your do now. Today's vocabulary word is anonymous. You receive a large box in the mail from anonymous. What do you do and why? So you have to figure out what anonymous means, come up with that sentence. Should be easy enough. Another word for today is relentless, meaning strict, cruel, or determined without ever stopping. Please give the connotation for that. And you have your quick hits here. Which of these three characters is most likely to be relentless? In the box below, his name, describe one situation in which this character was relentless. And if the character is not relentless, put an X in the box. But I know all three of these characters are relentless in all three aspects, so I expect answers in each of these boxes. I'll give you that hint at least. What is the situation in which you might be relentless with one of your family members? What is important to you? You, as a young person, are constantly under adult supervision, adult care, parental care, family, etc. But in what situation would you be relentless? Would it be safety? Would it be something you cared about? Would it be someone you cared about? Please give your answer here. Okay, you're going to read the following quote from this African leader. Okay, when I became finance minister, they called me Oknojo Wahala, if I pronounced that correctly, or troubled woman. It means I give you hell, but I don't care what names they call me. I'm a fighter. I'm very focused on what I'm doing and relentless in what I want to achieve. If you get in my way, you get kicked. Wow. I had a funny quote today or over the weekend about getting kicked, but that is inappropriate for today. So we will make sure that you are describing on the lines below what she means. Okay, Ngozi Oknojo Iwala. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, if I'm not, forgive me. What is the meaning of a relentless woman? On the lines below, describe why she is a relentless woman. Do you think relentless people are always deliberate in the things that they do? Why or why not? Give an example to prove your point. Our vocabulary word is similar to persistent because both refer to someone who keeps going no matter what, but different because a relentless person usually does something that other people do not want them to do. Okay, so they're just going and going and going. So you come up with the definition. Here's a cat that is determined or relentless in trying to get at the bottom of that cup. Read the directions below. Please read out for me. Amanda is back with us. Great to see you. Paraphrase in your own words. If it's a quote, make sure to state who is saying it. Describe the context this quote appears in, what's happening at this point. Analyze the significance of the quote. Why is this an important quote? Okay. What are we, humans or animals or savages? What's grown-ups going to think? Going off hunting pigs, letting fires out, and now a shadow fronted him tempestuously. Tempestuously. Wow, that's a difficult word. Sound it out. A shadow fronted him tempestuously. You shut up, you fat slug. So in your PDF, you're going to go back and you're going to read. I'm going to have the reading, so we'll all find out how to correctly pronounce that word. I'm going to have the reading. Make sure that you're reading chapter 6, finishing. If you haven't finished chapter 5, finish chapter 5, and now we're into chapter 6. So then you're going to paraphrase, give the context and your analysis for each of these. The second one is the world, that understandable and lawful world was slipping away. Once there was this and that and now, and the ship had gone. Again, paraphrase, context, and analysis. Then you're going to be reading from the PDF, pages 108 to 115. That's chapter 6. These are your new vocabulary words. Oblong, longer than it is wide. Football is considered oblong. Oblong, longer than it is wide. Check with your geometry and your science for these definitions as well. Tremulous. Man, I got to look up that pronunciation myself. We all need to study. Scared and shaking. Tremulous. I guess tremble, to tremble. Tremulous. Scared and shaking. Bristle, to show physically that you're scared. Emphatic, to do or say something with emphasis. The annotation focus for today: what exactly do the boys see on the island, and how do they share that information with the others? Again, it was about the communication between the boys, the younger boys, the two different power structures, the different nature of man. What's going on? Frame the day. What is your biggest fear? Is it rational or irrational? We all have these fears. What are your rationales of getting above them? Do they overcome you? So that's as a concept that we are all always constantly balancing in our lives. Then you're going to hear your during the reading questions for those pages. Then in the graphic organizer, write the description of Golding, what Golding gives for the figure, and then write 3 descriptions that Sam and Eric give for the figure. So you're just going to balance between what the author is describing and how Sam and Eric give their own description. We think in pictures. What would you assert is the biggest difference between the 2 sets of descriptions? Okay. And then finally, for your exit ticket, how do Sam and Eric describe what they've seen, and how does it affect the other boys on the island? In one beautiful sentence, answer the following question. Okay, so that's the question that you're going to be answering. Here's your rubric as to what you should be scoring yourself for. This is a little bit cut off, but this is the highest that you want to aim for. And then you have your scoring rubric on the bottom. Okay, guys? So I'll see you today. Please check into office hours, 2 p.m. Text me, email me if you have any questions. Please jump into my office hours at 2 p.m. specifically, but anytime during the day is fine as long as you let me know. I have office hours at 9, and 1, and 4. Other than that, join me at 2 p.m. and we'll have some fun. Tuning out is Mr. Jinks. I will see you guys soon.